And I'm sorry, buddy. Where'd you go to send for it? Yeah, sure. Looks like you're doing good on this doing good on this Sunday. Yeah, that's still a hot one up there. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we link out Choco places, so see if they'll help on. Well, except to the one called Notch. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Fine with it. Yeah. So I just been playing a little the Shuriken remasters. Almost beat one. And almost 90.
That was
Uh,
fun.
so, uh, uh, you almost what?
I, s- I said that was funny as hell. Like I'm not like as soon as I pop up, like you noticed, and then you're just scrambling to grab your headphones and shit.
Like, yeah, like as soon as I come down, I see you pop up.
Man. Oh, okay, we are live. Yeah.
Oh
How's it
yeah.
going? How's it going, bro?
Oh, it's going good.
Okay, I totally fucking. I had a bag that had some fucking drinks in it, and I don't remember where I put it.
Um,
Yeah, it's somewhere around here.
yeah.
Ah, is that it? No. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Yeah, how you been, man?
I'm been good.
Good. About the same
I
here.
I finally started playing Shuriken Remaster.
Can I say that again?
I finally started playing with Shuriken 1 and 2 Remaster.
Oh, okay.
Um, but, yeah, the graphics are very better, and but for the deficit of dialogue, they updated the dialogue a little from like OG, but that's about it.
Oh.
That's really really different. I noticed from like original.
I just recently wrapped up playing. Ah, shit. I just recently wrapped up playing River City Ransom Underground on Steam. I'm
Nice.
disappointed that they didn't put that on console, but it turns out that there was actually some issues with the legal rights to that game, and I guess by the time that got straightened out, it was too late. So they were just like, "Fuck it, we'll just leave it on
Yeah,
Steam."
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but I've also been playing. NHL uh, 09 on the PlayStation 3 because
Nice.
like I'm not. It's weird. Like I really didn't get that much into sports games all that much. But in this thing that I'm doing on Twitch, where I'm trying to go through my entire video game collection,
Yeah.
I'm just like starting to discover different games and
Yeah.
things that I've had in my collection that I haven't ever played.
Yeah.
And so I'm playing this one and I'm like, okay, I can kind of see for this one specifically, I can see a specific allure to it
Yeah.
where it's like you create a character and then they have it's not necessarily a season mode, but basically you take your created character and you put them through the minors until you get
Okay.
called up to the fucking NHL, and then you start
Yeah.
playing for that specific team.
Yeah. Sounds like I played some of a MLB show, and sounds like similar to that.
I thought it was pretty dope though, because
Oh yeah.
you get to basically experience what it is like to be that fucking player. Because like in most hockey games, it's like okay, you're gonna take control over whoever gets the puck, and when you're on the defense, you can like shift between the characters.
Yeah.
In in this be a pro mode,
Yeah.
you are controlling the character the whole time. You're not
Oh, nice.
controlling anybody else except for that character. So when so like you'll start off on the first fucking like at the first fucking puck drop during every like at the very beginning of the game, your character is in the face off, and then eventually they'll be in like you'll hear communication going on between your teammates and eventually the coach when the coach is changing lines. And so like when that coach changes lines, you have to get out there because they're also because like the coach is basing like is grading your performance based
Okay.
on like how well you maintain your position, um, your stats, and your team play.
That's cool.
And then if you have any positive if you have any positive things going on, then they'll mark those. Anything negative, which usually is like three things that I've normally seen. Um, Basically, those three things are watch the turnovers, don't get any unnecessary penalties, and you were on the ice when the other team scored against you. That's a minus.
Someday.
Fucking nerdy gamer and Josh. Hey, what up, Zay?
Uh,
Zeus.
so I'm gonna game too. So,
Right. So,
but
but you're
but
Josh, so I'm assuming that that's going towards you.
hell, but like
What do you mean by
uh,
upgraded? Like that's curious. The gaming
um
nerd upgraded. You or are they still talking about me or are they including you into this too?
I've I rearranged some, but
Uh, I don't know if it's maybe my fucking camera quality or something like that. Oh, I got a no Ben. Like it's been there. Like that
yeah,
fireplace has been there for like shit longer than I've lived here. Oh yeah, that's right. There was something else I gotta fucking do. I gotta um I said last week on the Crazy House that I was gonna start going through all of the music videos uh for like the third stage ninjas,
Yeah.
because like, and probably some second stage ninjas if I get the chance to do so. But I want to start doing reactions to them, so I'm just gonna try to
Oh,
set it up so that way I can watch all the music videos with the audience.
uh, eh, and I've been playing some File File Pro World 2.
Fire Pro World.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Fire Pro Wrestling.
yeah.
I think I've only got one game for Fire Pro Wrestling, and that one is the one for the PlayStation.
Well, I got it on PS4. Um, I bought like it for like I got a bundle on it,
Okay.
but I had like File Pro Trons for PS1, but World is like pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but it all comes down to like timing and stuff.
I usually play like after I get home from work, and then I'll set up a
Yeah,
stream and stuff. Like I've basically like trained myself to where the only time I'm gonna actually play video games, I'm gonna stream it.
that makes sense.
Although I just recently bought a game on Steam that I'm not allowed to fucking stream because
Uh,
it's actually an AO game. It's called Hatred. Have you
uh,
ever?
uh, yeah, I heard of that one.
Yeah, that I guess this year marks its 10th anniversary, but it's basically
Yeah,
like Edge Lord the fucking game.
yeah,
And so like that's how it was described to me before I bought it, and then I saw that it was on sale, so I'm like, fuck it, $3, I'll buy it. So I buy the
yeah,
game and I start playing it. I'm watching the opening of it and I'm playing a little bit of it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is Edgelord the game.
yeah.
It's like, my name is not important. What is important is the filth that fucking disrupts this planet. Talking about people and shit. And so like you start walking around and you start like it tells you you have to kill a certain number of people in the stage, and the people are just regular people. But as you're walking around, like little side quests pop up that'll be like cleanse the house party. So you have to kill everybody that's in the house for that house party, or cleanse. I think in the first stage I came across cleanse the house party and cleanse the police station.
Damn.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I think whoever made it, it was Edgelord has some like serious issues or something.
I don't think I've ever heard of that game.
No, never heard of it.
Never heard of her. But like, dude, the apparently like this game is so and this game is fucking violent, bro. Like Hatred. So they have a deal where like in order to fully replenish your health, you have to fucking do an execution move on people that like if you'll like shoot somebody like 2 or 3 times and they'll get knocked down and they're like crawling trying to get away from you, begging for
Damn.
their lives, and then you just walk up, press the execution button, and you'll like curb stomp them, or you'll stab them in the head, or just stab them 4 or 5 times in the fucking back, pull out your
Bloody hell.
fucking, like I've seen other executions like you just pull out a fucking Beretta and just shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head
Okay.
with a fucking shotgun. I've seen him where he like takes the shotgun by the barrel and by the stock and push it up against their fucking chin and then just twist it and snap their fucking neck.
Mm.
Like, I wish I could stream this game. This game is
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, you probably would get like
phenomenal.
yeah, but yeah, you probably would get like
I would,
You
and
know,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna fucking.
I don't know if you get like I don't know if you get banned or restricted or what, but
Oh, I'd get banned like right off the rip because from what I read, it turns out that like okay, so Twitch has a very strict policy against AO games. Hatred was literally the first game that they banned.
yeah.
I'm like, why? Hatred is for
uh,
the children. What the hell?
oh
Like,
yeah, and congrats on today. Actually performing on one of the stages at the Dead Nation stage at the Gathering.
yeah, I saw that. I was like, fuck yes, it's about time. Like, not just
Yeah,
him, but a bunch of but a bunch of fucking homies.
yeah, like Suicide.
Well, Suicide has performed before.
Yeah,
But like I saw like I'm looking at it right now. So Zay being one of them,
yeah,
Acetone being
oh yeah,
another. Um, my boys from here in Grand Rapids, double homicide, Shade being another one.
yeah,
Like that's dope as fuck. But
yeah,
oh yeah, Knowledge the MC, which is somebody that I know through Echo Side. They're bringing like what's dope though is like all of these ninjas that I'm mentioning. Oh yeah,
yeah,
can't forget about Willie Hayes. But a lot of these ninjas are also sharing a stage with McNasty, which is a legendary name.
oh yeah,
Like I've been hearing
yeah,
about McNasty since like '05.
yeah. And I was going through the Gathering website as the artists, and I don't even know I don't even know a lot of these artists.
Oh yeah, just like take a look at the iconic stage. Like I went through
Uh,
that list. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this?
Actually, I'm doing that. See, I actually show the screen. Um, let's see, it's loading up.
I'm gonna start going through this list of fucking channels, like all these videos and shit. Because I was like, all right, let you know. There's a lot of people that are in the community that are being presented on here, and I feel like there's a small handful of ninjas that I know, and there's a lot of them I don't. So just to give fair shake to all of those ninjas that I don't know, I think it's only fair that we actually fucking take a look at some of these characters
Oh,
and see who they are,
yeah,
what they're about.
uh, yeah. Actually, once the screen loads up, one of my end, I'll like share and stuff. Yeah, because the page is still like loading.
Yeah. So as of right now, I've got to start downloading all of these fucking songs and shit and start getting things prepped. I've only got a show in like 6 hours, but I'm happy as fuck to see where everybody, like, because
Uh,
a lot of these ninjas that I've
uh,
come to know over the years, it's like I know that they've been in the music industry, they've been on their grind.
for starters, never heard of these guys. Arcturus Reyes or something. No idea who the hell they are. Uh,
I mean, like I looked, I think I even looked at this shit and I was just like, a lot of these people that are on this list, it's like, okay, who the fuck are they and what makes them legends?
Yeah.
What makes them legendary in our community?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I never heard of Alma, aka A. Dot Wake. Like, who the hell is this guy? Buddies, bro, sea level. Never heard of this guy before. And Bond Breaker. Never heard of him, but uh, the chip does look interesting. Uh,
And some of these,
no,
like, based off of some of these people with like their promo package, like the one next to the left of Donnie Menace, like whatever the fuck band that is, like that, yeah, Bond
yeah,
Breaker. So like this chick, I think
yeah.
that's a chick.
Well, if it's a guy or girl, interesting look.
Interesting look, nevertheless. I do like I like that promo package
Yeah.
where it's like the picture and everything. So
Uh,
that looks pretty
well,
dope. And I'm
yeah,
here. I'm leaning towards thinking that's possibly a chick.
yeah. Uh, Fadi Oz, never heard of. Um, Never heard of Gloom. Um, okay, at least Hatchet Mountain Rising from like Tom Woods Float, so at least there's a connection there.
Yeah.
Um, Never heard of K7 Army before. Let's see. Well, yeah, heard of Mad Max 4.
Yeah, I said something about that too because I was like, I got introduced to knowing who Mad Max was because of the whole uh, Chuck Reeves
Yeah,
nonsense that fucking went down. Because like at the time, Max was backing up Chuck,
yeah.
but
And,
from what I heard, I don't know if it's 100% truth or not, but I don't think that they're linked together anymore.
yeah, and wasn't he like a frequent guest on his shows back in the day?
Maybe back in the day, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it
Let's
was
see.
just in a way like I feel like that was possibly a way for Chuck to be like, look, I'm crewed up too.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then
Mata Moda.
everybody in the
No idea.
Juggernaut just looked at that and was like, yeah, that's cute.
Mata Moda, never heard of. Moppy.
You
Goofy name.
know?
Could think of a better name, but never heard of.
And if you notice, like nobody has a fucking bio or
Oh, I
anything.
know. Yeah, except for like Hatchet Mountain Rising.
Right. So it's
And that's
kind
what.
of just like it's like this is who you ought to be focusing on, fam. Like all you website ninjas that are checking the website, y'all better be checking out these
Yeah,
specific motherfuckers that we're telling you about.
yeah. See, Redbone, never heard of. Um,
So yeah, like
Resistor.
like when I was going through the list, for the third stage,
Yeah,
the destruction stage, Zay was in the chat. He didn't answer when I asked, but I just have a feeling that they didn't even bother to ask about possibly having a bio added or something. So I feel
yeah,
like that there's probably somebody that like wrote the bio in Psychopathic.
Yeah, they should at least have like a little blurb or something about the band.
I'm saying,
So you never
like,
heard of the store? Setting Vice. Never heard of.
I mean,
Uh,
like when I got booked for doing DCG Con,
yeah.
both times that I got booked, Rob asked me to, get out a bio that was like so many words or less, and I was like, all right, yeah, let's, like I'll think of something, and I did, and I fucking set it up, and then it was written in the fucking promo package.
Let's see. Sammy Sotgard.
Like I've heard
Sotgard.
that name coming around,
Um,
but I
uh,
don't know nothing about it.
yeah. Interesting name at least. Of course, the homie suicide. Uh, okay. Strange. Interesting name. Can't say. Uh,
That answered my question
what?
because
This guy?
Ouija just recently came out with a crossover with Sinister,
Okay.
and I was like, is this a different Sinister or is it the V Sinister that we've all known for a while and what have you?
Okay. Wait.
Turns
Okay.
out it's a completely different guy with the same fucking spelling.
Okay. Uh, some dude named Schizo.
Schizo's name has been around. Like
Okay.
Schizo's actually performed at the Gathering before, and I think I'll like on second or third stage, but not Renegade. Like
Okay. Smile on the cinema. Decent name. Never heard of him.
oh, what are you laughing at?
Fred Pistol.
Right, like that is kind of a juggalo name, but
um,
and,
I, I,
and
I love the name though.
I like the picture.
Oh yeah.
The
That's,
picture,
that's definitely like a metal band.
right, and the name alone is just fucking yeah. It like oh yeah, you're not gonna forget about fucking a name like Squid Pisser.
Uh, um, okay.
Right.
I I have no idea what this group's about. I'm getting um what the hell's the band oh, hold on. I got look up that. Now I'm getting steam powered giraffe vibes from these guys.
With skeletal circus.
Yeah, well from face paint alone
Uh, I
and from a
just
picture up.
I just feel like it kind of like reminds me of the fucking the fucking freak show that they had at the Gathering. Uh,
Yeah.
so like that type of shit.
Okay.
Like that's what it made me think of. I'm sure
Well,
that this is actually a musical act.
okay. Well, my first thought was steam powered giraffe version with a face paint and stuff and with a picture and stuff, but um, Wicked. I have heard of Wicked Wood.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
fucking Wicked Wood are the homies.
yeah. Um,
Eh,
never
Like
heard of.
I'm actually friends with three out of the four people pictured in that Wicked Wood profile. I
Okay.
don't I don't know who the Yeti is, but I'm friends with everybody else.
Okay. Uh, no idea who Wild Bill is.
No idea.
Um, no idea who Worldwide Panic is.
It doesn't that look kind of almost like a fucking diet Rammstein?
Um, No, I was thinking more. I can see that, but I was thinking guys from Eiffel 66.
Eiffel 65, you mean?
No, no, Eiffel 66. Guys who did a blues song.
Yeah, blue da ba dee da ba da. It's Eiffel 60, Eiffel 65.
I could swear it's Eiffel 66, but
I
yeah.
will I will wiki it right now. Eiffel 65 Italian music
Uh,
group. Yep.
my mistake.
Yeah, for the spin-off of Eiffel 65, see Bloom '06. So, but yeah, I could honestly I could see the fucking confusion though.
Yeah. I know it's like 65, 66. I know
Six
it's
six
one of them.
Eiffel 665.
Uh,
Wait, what song did I just fucking download? Oh, Brotherhood X. There's like, man, it's gonna take a week or so for me to fucking do all of these songs. Because I know I'm not gonna be able to react to everybody on third stage in
uh,
one fucking show.
on yes, well, there's time, so
Right. By the way, laundry's done.
yeah. I put a note before I started the show.
Let's see what we got here. Yep. Oh, okay. So right now I am currently at downloading double homicides fucking video in the package, man. Like there's way too many. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33. I have 34 more videos to download. In a 3-hour fucking show, I have hideouts.
Uh, yeah,
I don't know if they've finished up, if they've wrapped up like all of the groups and artists that they are planning on for Detonation Stage. But we still have like daytime stuff for like the last I checked, we still had daytime stuff for the iconic stage, and they're
yeah.
still putting out legendary stage motherfuckers.
Um, I know they announced like Grow for
Yep.
uh actually I on the legendary stage, and they got little um back bios for them.
Yeah. See, like I said, it just seems to me like if they did, like if the local cats and the underground cats were not asked to do their own bios, then they're just doing the bios for everybody. And without these bios, I feel like for people that are on the iconic and detonation stages, there's really zero interest to grow some of these groups. And it's like, okay, like the only thing that they can hope for is to have ninjas put out a fucking promotional package for the website in order for people, to catch people's eyes and be like, okay, this
Yeah,
looks like somebody that I could definitely fucking be interested in.
yeah. When I clicked one artist, before I show it again, they did have like a little like link to like a like music video or something.
Yeah, but that's about as much as they've got. So it's like
Yeah,
you're gonna need your best, like you're gonna need the best of the best for your for your shit. Like the
Yeah.
best fucking photo that you can come up with for for your for yourself or for your band or for your rap group, and then the best music video that you have, or like the best fucking song that you have.
Yeah.
And if like, and then on top of that, like that's got to be something that's going to be an eye catcher or an earworm or something, something that's going to present what you're expecting to put out on stage at the gathering in order to
Yeah.
get people to fucking come in. Now, I mean, obviously I'm preaching to the choir,
Of course.
but I'm just saying, like, there are obviously going to be some people out there who are lazy as fuck and are just like, yeah, I'm fortunate enough to be able to put out, to be able to perform, but that's about as far as it
Yeah.
goes, you know. Now wait just a second.
I was going through Facebook and I had to show this.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was watching something about Lyle, and apparently in the background, in the rap background in one scene, Lyle, Jim Carrey was doing a picture on Fire Marshal Bill.
Like it was like in an outtake or something.
Oh, no,
Yeah, screw this. I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I can find that bag. And just
way up there, way up there, I would look for it.
I got it. Left it on the fucking rocking chair.
We're all doing a wonderful job.
I see him.
Yeah, I
That's
just saw.
fantastic.
I was going through Facebook the other day and saw a video where I was pointed out.
Okay, who did I just recently download? Okay, Falling Under. See, like some of these bands, like some of these bands or some of these groups actually have some pretty dope fucking pictures.
Yeah,
Like if you go on the Detonation stage, look at Dread. Dread
yeah.
looks fucking dope.
Let's see.
And then you got Falling Under, which is like stereotypical band fucking photo.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I saw there was being out Club Chaos. Uh, for like late night parties.
Mm-hmm. I might check that out.
Joked in the comments at Don Care should host it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to be there too.
Nice.
I think this year I'm probably going to be camping out with Church and Sister Hatchet.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I already always like kept with them, so
You do?
yeah,
Oh, sweet. All right, so it's
yeah,
going to be a little bit. The party's going to be a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's dope.
yeah, yeah.
Hell
Because um, I always survived with Megan, so I always kept with them. So
yeah. I mean, like for the most part, I usually like last year I ended up sharing an Airbnb with Bartle
yeah,
Boss, but I don't think
yeah, yeah.
he's not. I don't think he's going this year. Um, but I also ended up spending most of my time hanging out with Flipsy
Yeah.
uh, from from the Dead Guy show.
What do you think about the hate ziplining thing they're doing this year?
I mean, it seems to on one hand, it seems to make a lot of ninjas happy that that's coming back. But at the same time, I've been seeing a lot of memes of accidents happening on that fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah, and there's like so let's see if the spasmatic came out.
I saw some people asking, "Are we going to get spasmatic back then?" I mean, the spasmatic hangout is practically just a fucking chill, like a chill spot to sit in the shade.
Oh, nice.
Like that's really all that it is. Um, I don't know, like a park bench sitting underneath a fucking giant tarp, like,
Yeah,
and possibly a spot where we can get drinking water or some shit. They
yeah,
said that there's supposed to be like a Fago themed bar in the back and stuff like that.
nice.
Like, okay, look, just I want water. That's all that I care about.
Yeah, yeah. I know last gathering, oh, Mitch, um, so kept with us.
Mitch,
Yeah,
he's what he chilled with you.
yeah. Uh, like Motor Mayhem show.
Uh huh. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
I didn't see him there. Like, I don't think I saw him at the gathering last year. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure, like, not to say that he was, not to say that that doesn't mean that he wasn't there,
I,
I just,
yeah, he was there. He's like he in like kept with us. So
yeah. I think I might have actually seen pictures of him at the gathering, like, after the fact,
yeah,
but also at the same time, it was like the last time I saw him, and I told him this when I saw him at Hollow Wicked. I was like, yeah, because I did find out that he gathered last year, and I was like, okay, fucking, I didn't realize that you were at the gathering, so if I came across you, I don't remember it because the last time I saw you, you had no beard, like you were full fucking fledged baby face, and like you
yeah,
grew this motherfucker out, and now you're like barely recognizable to me because I've known you for
yeah,
how long, and you've been clean shaven that entire time.
yeah.
All of a sudden, you decided to grow out the flavor saver. But it was
Yeah,
cool
but
fucking seeing him in person.
oh yeah, um, yeah. So we ended up the last 2 years. We pretty much camped Zach. You know where Seminole Tin is?
Yeah.
We've been there, around there, kept around there, exactly around there, past few gatherings. Not
Mhm.
that exact spot, but around there, past few gatherings. We did plan like that, but that's how it ended up.
See, in 2020, so in 2021 was the first time that I had gone to Legend Valley, and I was, let's see, I was gathering with Snaps, and both of us just like we came in late, and so all that we found that was a decent spot to fucking stay at was on fuck that hill. But we found this nice little opening like somewhere in the middle, so it wasn't like at the top of the fucking stage. It wasn't at the top of the fucking hill. It was like somewhere like in the bottom or in the middle area.
Yeah.
And so it was a good height to be able to see the stage from where we were
Yeah.
at.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. First year, well, my first year at Desert Valley was um, um, up where bus was, and I know next year that area was like sort off limits. So
Apparently, I think it still is.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they plan to do anything with that fucking with that location or if they just
Well,
don't. I think it's I don't know. Maybe it's just to keep people away from lake hepatitis. That's my thought.
I
Because
don't
that's
know.
what
So
because that's what it is, isn't it? Isn't it like that lake at the way back? That little fucking
n- not where we was camping. There was like no lake.
yeah, but
Uh,
like that whole section, like
uh,
to like if you're just walking straight down, fuck that hill, and
uh,
to the right, to your right from
uh,
where
uh,
you're.
do, do you know where that like abandoned school bus was?
No, I don't.
Um, well,
Like,
where I was camping that first year, there was like a abandoned school bus that's all graffitied up.
okay.
Um,
Like, dude, there are still sections of the grounds that I have not explored.
um, okay, well,
Because
yeah,
usually I just fucking like I stick to the basics of where everything is, so I don't fucking try to.
okay, well, we end up going there at night, pocket in the night. We got our tents up.
Mhm.
When we went to bed, we was like pretty much all on a hill. When we got up, tents just sprouted up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might have to show me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you what that was.
Yeah, please do because like
Yeah,
I literally have no fucking idea.
yeah.
Because it's like, okay, there are even some dinosaurs that I've heard about that exist that I didn't even know fucking existed because I haven't come across them. There's like some of them. Like, I think somebody ended up telling me about, like, in the woods, they have a stegosaurus. And I'm like, wait, there's a stegosaurus? I didn't know about that. I know about the fucking I know about the fucking Brachiosaurus that they have that the other fucking raver group destroyed the tail, which pissed us off. It's like, and
Yeah,
they call us the fucking apathetic miscreants.
yeah. But hell, at least we did destroy the dinosaurs.
Right? No, like we fucking take care of that shit.
Yeah, but
Fucking other rave groups that came in after the gathering, I think,
yeah,
were the ones that fucking wrecked the shit. And it's like, look, we might leave trash around, but
yeah,
like I remember in '05, man, you couldn't walk on the ground without stepping on a fucking Figo bottle. Like it was that fucking bad.
yeah,
If anything, that's actually the reason why the Juggalo cleanup crew exists.
yeah. Uh, um, I think it's like my first job here at Valley. So people just left like some full Figo bottles after they left. So I took one.
Mm-hmm. To me, it just doesn't feel the same unless it's like one that I caught while it was launched in the air.
Oh yeah.
But a vast
Uh,
majority of the time, like it's still got pop in it. So we're gonna fucking drink a swig, and then shake the rest out, and then fucking throw it out. Oh, that's the one.
yeah. Food Fest from Food Fest.
There's a bunch of like I used to have a box full of fucking empties that I've caught at shows. I don't know where that went.
You see, it shows dance for like John and two Kufus Shakur said, you say you show us a dance floor like John Hammond.
Oh, venomous. Oh, you. Oh, did you hear about what? Did I tell you about? I don't know if you heard it on my podcast last week.
What's that?
So I gave some ops like some absolute phenomenal ammo,
Yeah.
and it just went totally fucking over everybody's head. So because last week was what, Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
So I pick up my fucking kid, and I decided that we were gonna go to the video game store because like recently I've been collecting all the EA Sports games for the PS2.
Yeah.
And so we went back there to see if we could get more because they had like a buy two get two free deal.
Oh, nice.
It was like buy two get two free from for any PlayStation 2 or Xbox 360 sports game that was $5.99 or below. And so I'm like, all right, bet, let's fucking go. So I started collecting them. So I pick up my son for visitation. We go over there, and all of the shit's gone. So I go to the front desk, and I'm, after looking around, trying to see if maybe they relocated it or something, maybe it's still around. Didn't find it. So I walked to the front desk, and I asked them what's going on. And they ended up saying that their manager came in and told them to throw away a bunch of stuff because it was, to him, considered dead stock.
Oh, damn.
I was like, well, that's unfortunate. And one guy who works there, but he wasn't on the clock, actually turns around and tells me, it's still in the fucking dumpster. And I'm like, really? And
Just
he's like,
11.
so he goes, yeah. And, all that's in there, there's nothing bad in there. It's just a bunch of video games and accessories and empty fucking boxes and shit. So I look at my little boy and I'm like, you want to go on a real adventure? He goes, yeah. So I was like, we'll be right back. And we fucking go to the car, we drive around the building, go to the fucking back, and we started fishing, dude. We found at least 50 fucking games.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And when I say at least 50 games, when I say that, I mean like 50 of them complete in box, authentic cases, the whole
Oh,
nine.
nice.
And then I still have a box of games that don't have the original cases or manuals. They're just loose,
Yeah.
varying between Xbox and PlayStation 3. But here's the funny thing, like out of all of the games that I found, a vast majority of them were
Yeah.
Xbox, and my Xbox is currently on the fritz, so I have to get a new Xbox.
Oh,
A
damn.
small handful of them were for PS2, and not a single one of them were for the era of EA Sports games that I was looking for. Not
Damn.
except for maybe NCAA Football 2003 for the regular Xbox. And then I also have it loose for the PlayStation 2.
Hey,
So,
free
like,
game, so
yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I was just like, they were free, so
yeah.
fuck it. You know, I know that that's something that can be used as ammo against me. But here's the
Yeah.
thing: when they told me about that, they were like, yeah, we probably got rid of maybe like $200-300 of stock. Well, like two or $300 worth of stock. And so after I got done separating everything and getting, and like adding all the games to my collections
Yeah.
and getting rid of all the multiples and stuff,
Yeah.
I started adding them to my price charting account, and it added up just the fucking games that I looked at, because I still have another box that has a bunch of empty cases, and some of them have manuals in them, but they're all
Yeah.
authentic cases. I decided to keep those as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, eventually I can buy the games for those cases loose, and then I'll have at the very least, item in box. But between all of the games that I added onto the collection, it equaled up to about almost $600 in value.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, because like sports games, they sell them at loose prices, usually somewhere between $2 to $5.99. And most of those games, when they're complete in box, are worth like $6.50 at the very least.
Yeah. Hey, have more money in your pocket.
Well, yeah, because once I play those fucking games, then it's gonna definitely add more revenue to my fucking streams.
Oh, definitely.
Like that's the idea. Like I got them for free, and the idea is to play those games until I get my profit back. The profit being for the value of those games. So even a free game and streaming it to get like 650 is still 650.
Oh, yeah.
So, which I thought was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I still need everything from 2003.
Yeah, and you can always like sell like the double stuff.
Now here's the other interesting kicker though. Later on in the show last week,
Yeah.
I started talking about the illegal immigration thing that's going on, because of
Yeah.
the whole No Kings protests and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, this is how I've been explaining how immigration fucking works. Okay. So imagine when you were in first grade,
Yeah.
you're coming back inside the school from recess, right?
Yeah.
So what's the first thing you and all your classmates do is you line up to take a drink at the drinking fountain, right? Now, the idea behind a line is to basically wait your turn until it is your turn to take a drink at the fucking drinking fountain. Now, if somebody tries to cut in line to get to the drinking fountain closer, what's going to happen? Are you going to fucking be a bitch and keep your mouth shut and allow them to do something that you know is wrong? Or are you going to fucking snitch on them? You know, are you going to tattle on your fucking classmate and tell the teacher, hey, that person's cutting in line? And then when they get caught, they get sent to the way back of the fucking line. Now they got to wait even longer before they even fucking get to take a drink at the drinking fountain. That's it. That's it. Immigration. At that time, yeah, at that time. Oh, that's a, I was going to say, at that time that I said that, I had one of the ops in my fucking chat, and all he got out of all of that was saying that I'm a snitch. He's like, I knew you were a fucking snitch. Well, yeah, I'm thirsty, and this person is cutting in line. Not to mention, this asshole who's calling me a snitch said he voted for Trump. So guess what? You don't get to vote for a guy and then bitch about the policies that he enforces. This is what you voted for, remember? So guess what? Snitch, snitch, snitch. But anyways, yeah. So like you were saying, I feel like that you were saying that I had that was a good analogy.
Yeah. Good analogy. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. To me, I felt like that's a good way to use that as an analogy because it's something that we can all relate to. We all remember what it was like being in first grade. And if there's anything that was at least remotely joyous, it was that fucking cool drink at the drinking fountain after running around out in the sun for 15 minutes. Only the newest sports games are worth shit unless they are really fucking old. I don't even think pawn shops take sports games that are not current year releases. So like there might be some places that will like let's say for the sake of argument that somebody ends up somebody ends up selling their physical copy of like 2K23 or 2K22 or something like that. It's going to be, they're going to get a small return on it, but then the game, they might try to sell it for like $19.99 or $29.99 or something to that effect. But there might be some people that just want to get rid of the whole lot. And so they'll tell, so like the store that I go to will normally say, we can't give you anything for these games if they're like a certain price or below. So it's up to you as to whether or not you can keep them or we'll keep them too, but you're not going to be able to get anything out of them. And for the most part, people will probably end up saying that they just want to get rid of it because it's cluttering up their fucking house. And most people usually tend to fucking get rid of like the sports game of yesteryear.
Yeah, especially if it's not graded.
I don't give a fuck about the grade as long as it's playable.
I know, but same as shop. Player shop would pay what it take if it's not graded on that 7.
Oh yeah, like if somebody took a sealed copy of, what would it be like? Say F1 Championship Season 2000 or something like that for the PS2. Let's say that somebody has a copy of that they never opened, and they took it to WADA and had it graded.
Yeah, but some people grading means everything for like games or comic book cards.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, for me, it's like, I feel like that with this being a physical media, these games are not meant to be. I mean, like, in a way,
They, they're meant to
it's
be
like
played.
they're not meant to be preserved, they're meant to be played. But I
Mhm.
guess in a way, like, they, like, in some instances, I guess I could say that they can be meant to be preserved. But it's also like, um, I personally feel like that digital, like, I feel like that in a way, it's like what would probably be the best way to do things is to have a physical copy, possibly sealed, but still have like a digital copy or an emulator or like a ROM or something like that or an ISO file of these games, just for the sake of having them, you know? So you can have
Yeah.
like some sort of a medium and be able to play these, still be able to play some of these games. Speaking of which, did you hear about Switch? Like Nintendo and the Switch 2?
Others being excelled out in our places.
So apparently, if you use the MIG Switch
Oh yeah,
adapter,
oh yeah. It gets back the console.
yep, and there's no way to fucking recover it. I would say just to say fuck you to Nintendo, and somebody I saw said this, and I was like, this makes sense. If you want to say fuck you to Nintendo, what you do is you buy the system, you use the fucking MiG 2 to brick the Switch, and then
Yeah,
send it back because you have 14 days to send back your system
yeah.
and recall it. And you can either get your money back or they'll replace it with another Switch.
Mm.
That would be a big fuck you to Nintendo, wouldn't it?
Oh
And
yeah.
the store on top of that. So yeah, like anybody who buys a fucking Switch 2 console on Amazon or eBay are fucking stupid. Go to the store like a normal adult and then fucking that way you can do exactly what I fucking suggested. Use a MiG Switch fucking game card, brick your fucking Switch 2, then you can go online to your fucking Switch account, unlink the account, and then send that motherfucker back after you refresh it. Because what it does, like when you do it like that, like that's how you recover the shit, but
Yeah,
it makes it so you can't go online on the Switch 2
yeah.
whatsoever. So you can't use the web browser and you can't go on the Nintendo
Um,
shop. You can't use Nintendo Online or anything. You can't do anything involving the internet. I mean, personally, I like as well as anybody else that listens to me
yeah,
yammer on about video games. I love physical media. I don't
yeah.
like the idea of digital stuff. Hell, I don't even like the idea of getting those fucking game cards where you have to pop it or and then it just downloads the game off of the Nintendo store. I don't even like that idea.
Yeah, I sort of like both. So, but
I mean, there are some things that I'm like, okay, in some small instances, I guess I can say that it makes sense for a game to be fucking digital.
yeah,
Like, the Impossible game.
I heard of it.
So on the PS3, like you're basically a block, and you're pressing the jump button
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
correlation with the beat of the song and stuff
Oh yeah, yeah.
to land on other squares and not to land on the triangles.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like that game has the PS3 graphics, but it is not that big enough of a game to put on a fucking Blu-ray disc
Yeah.
because that game's not even 25, you know, 25 fucking gigs. The game's probably like considered a PlayStation 3 mini game or something. Yeah. I agree. Buying a cart just to download the game, and the card is the key to play the fucking game. Especially if you're fucking using a MiG to, using something that fucking causes the Switch to fucking brick itself, and then you can't even fucking download the game after you buy the card.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't you just put it in a compression file and then put it on the card, so that way when you pop it in for the first time, it unzips the fucking compression file to install the game onto your fucking system then? Why must you, why must you fucking have to have the internet in order to download the game and then use the fucking card to install it? That to me makes no fucking sense. I know
Who knows?
why they did. I know why they did it though, because obviously the game card is only going to have a certain amount of space on it, but also at the same time, they did it like this because going to GameStop and getting those prepaid cards that have the fucking code to put into the Nintendo shop, those sold well. So they thought, this is probably an alternative way of doing it. No, motherfucker. Like, I like the idea of having a hybrid system where it's like some of the game data is on the fucking system itself, but a good portion of the game data is still on the card or on a disc, because that's what they did with the PlayStation 3. They had certain installation data that you had to download onto the system in order for there to be reduced loading times.
Yeah, I looked into how much like a Steam Deck costs, and those are
About the same.
expensive.
They're about the same, maybe $100 more. But if you have an extensive Steam library, you'll be able to fucking play games off of that. But I mean, I have Steam, but I don't usually play a lot of PC games unless it's like maybe a fucking exclusive. So I have maybe 7 games on my Steam account. And some of them consist of, obviously I mentioned Hatred before.
Yeah.
River City Ransom Underground 2. I ended up getting a free copy of Micro Mages just so I could get the NES ROM. And then I threw the NES ROM on my fucking Nintendo Mini. And then I also have another copy of Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have like 3 copies of AVGN Adventures. So, like one
Nice.
on Steam, one on the Switch, and I think I have one for the PlayStation 4.
Nice.
And then I have and then I also downloaded The Sims. And like really I don't really need to play this shit, you know? Oh yeah, where was I?
How I bought Star Ocean 2 like 3 times now.
I have
Original PS1, the PSP version, and now the one on PS4.
I think I have currently in my I want to say I've bought Final Fantasy VII in different forms at least 6 or 7 times. Then again, that's fucking Final Fantasy VII, fam.
Yeah,
See,
but oh, yeah, that goes crazy. Okay, see if he comes back.
oops, I hit back on the wrong fucking.
Okay,
I hit back on the wrong fucking tab.
okay,
Yeah. But
okay,
anyways,
yeah,
yeah.
but
So like, I bought Final Fantasy VII for the PS1. For like when it first came out.
yeah, Samuel.
I bought. Oh no. Let's see. I also bought it. I bought it again when I started recollecting. Um, trying to think what else. What the hell? What the fuck? Is that you?
Uh,
Do you hear that?
yeah, it must be on your end.
Oh, yep. Yeah. I was like, wait, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so
Hold on a second.
okay. Peace to for school. Let's see. Okay, that's it for you watching. So, yeah, when it gets back, the guy talks about 7, and 8. So, uh, okay, let's see.
All right, I'm back.
Okay,
My daughter just needed to tell me something important.
okay.
So, okay.
Now, uh, Final Fantasy 7 is the game, but 7 always so wondered about it. Since it was the first game on PlayStation, would it have gotten so much love if it wasn't in Final Fantasy 8 would have been the first one on PlayStation? Would 8 would have gotten all the love instead of 7?
Hold on. I only heard half of that because like I was texting my mom.
Now, if
What about Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
8?
if Final Fantasy 8 was the first one on PlayStation instead of 7, would 8 got all the love instead of 7?
That's a good question.
Now, I love 7, I love 8, but I still always sort of wonder.
Honestly, I to answer your question, like from my
I,
personal opinion, I did not like 8. So Yeah,
That's fair.
to me, I feel like that there are more people that liked 7 for its storyline, the way that they there were so many differences in how they did stuff in Final Fantasy VIII than there was in Final Fantasy VII. But so instead of having, you know, so you know how in Final Fantasy VI you had to have an Esper or an Edolan or whatever summon monster in order to obtain magic. But then in Final Fantasy VII, so that was in Final Fantasy VI. In Final Fantasy VII, you basically had materia which taught you magic or taught you specific specialty jobs and
Yeah.
things like that, as well as having separate ones for summons.
Yeah.
But in Final Fantasy VIII, they got rid of the fucking magic learning shit. And basically we're just you have to draw.
Yeah.
You have to draw, and then not only did you have to fucking draw, you could only max out to a certain amount of draws that you could have, and instead of having spending see for me, I feel okay, you have to if you were to have the ice magic and stuff, you have to draw ice out of an enemy, and then you don't get anything stronger than ice or blizzard until you get Blizzara. And then instead of spending more draw points for blizzard to fucking cast Blizzara, you have to wait until you find another enemy that has a Blizzara draw, and the same thing with a Blizzaga draw, So to
Yeah.
me, it was that just seems like a big fucking waste.
Well, and you could so pretty, and you could uh um crap. I know you the spell so um dispel cards or items to get magic and stuff. I know you could do some other things to get magic other than drawing.
No, to me it was okay, there's
Uh,
to me I just felt that was just a waste.
uh,
And then they also introduced the fucking card game, which okay, that's cool. I like the idea of having a little side quest card game kind of deal. But that game fucking sucked.
Oh, actually, I like the card game way better in one than I like a card game better than one in 9.
I liked 9, mainly due to the fact that with one of the things that I liked about 9 the most was if you capture one of their cards and another one of their cards is fucking touching, then you automatically capture those ones as well, depending on whether or not they have arrows aiming towards them and shit. So that to me created a little bit more of an element.
Yeah, but I saw before the eight card game better, but that's personal.
Yeah.
But I always felt 8 was sort of the forgotten Final Fantasy game when it comes to 7, 9, and 10. But except for the 8 bikinis.
But yeah, I think honestly, Final Fantasy VII definitely fucking. I personally think that was the perfect fucking example of a game that it's it's a perfect fucking game to usher into the fucking 3D world. But like aside from all of that, the storyline I feel like is much better, and like just the battle system,
Yeah.
learning magic, materia growth. I just feel like it was more superior,
Yeah.
and that's not just because I'm a fucking fanboy.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hi, Mary Jane.
hell. Yeah. Hope you know good, Mary Jane. Huh? Yeah. Hell, I'm a fanboy too of it, but I always thought Final Fantasy VIII never got enough love, like personally. But
I think eventually I am going to. I'm gonna have no choice. I'm gonna have to play it eventually
yeah.
because I have a physical copy of it. I have a digital copy of it, and I have the remastered for PS4.
Damn, that sucks.
Oh, she's talking about the weather.
Yeah.
I finally got down to downloading Shade's fucking music video. So I'm almost done. And this is just for the fucking third stage.
Okay. Oh, I bet they did.
It's sunny and nice right now. Nice. Dude, it is hot as balls up here in Michigan.
It is here too. It's like 94 where I'm at.
Oh, let's see. It's weird because despite having fucking high wind, it's still like 96.
Did you ever see the movie The Gestural?
What movie?
The Gestural?
I don't think so.
Uh,
Is it new?
oh no, a few years ago.
Then definitely not then.
I'll pull up the trailer for a second because the mask is very familiar to Juggalos.
I got 8 more to go.
There it is. Come
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
Yo, JC, you good?
Trick or treat.
I tried.
No.
Does it look familiar?
Yeah, that looks a little familiar.
No, the mask.
Yeah.
I have hated this man my entire life.
I know you know what you did to cover up for something inside your gut. It is festering, gnawing at you. I know you can feel it. You try to bury it. But that rot is spreading, decaying hole swallowing your heart.
Ma'am, there's blood on you. Is it yours?
I never really believed in ghosts.
Just a good view of it, of his mask.
Right.
When I first saw it, damn, that's the Ringmaster.
The gimmick infringement on that movie runs thick, spam.
I know. I know. I know. It's like when I first saw the movie years ago, first saw the trailer, I thought, damn, that's a Ringmaster.
Right? Something tells me that the guy who fucking made that film didn't realize what it was.
I know.
Like, he just saw a mask in a fucking thing and was just like, all right, let's go. Hold on a sec. Okay. Daughter just wanted me to know where my boys were. Like, okay, cool. Hanging
Okay.
out in the front, hanging out in the front yard. It's like it's hot as balls in this house. So just make sure you come in before the fucking street lights turn on and you'll be fine.
Mm.
That movie looks like doo doo.
And, yeah,
I
it's
think
okay.
maybe that's the point. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we know it's a shit movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
Well, instead of calling this movie Our Budget is Dog Shit, so here you go, we're just going to call it The Jester. I was actually thinking about whether or not I wanted to take my kids to go see Fantastic Four. Because I think it's out in theaters now, isn't it?
Actually, um, see, no, it's, um,
Oh, it's upcoming.
yeah, next month.
Okay.
Yeah, Bay Madison 2 looks like it'd be fun.
Dude, John Malkovich is going to be in that is in that movie. I didn't know that. Wait, who is he playing as though?
Let's see. Let's see. It's on IMDb. Uh, Actually, I'm not seeing him in it.
It shows John Malkovich's name in the list of fucking starring, but it doesn't show what he's like who he's going to be.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I have seen a little bit of Being John Malkovich. Like the the concept behind that movie is pretty fucking dope. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Fucking Cameron Diaz like is in that movie, and her hair's like frizzed the fuck out. It barely looks like her, but like the whole movie is fucking weird. Yeah, taking a look at the concept of what they're doing in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, so apparently, like this is going to be the first film in Phase 6, and on top of that, like premise, like this is the premise. In on a 60s inspired retro futuristic parallel Earth, the Fantastic Four must protect their world from the planet devouring cosmic being, Galactus, and his herald, the Silver Surfer. So now they're having both enemies from the first two Fantastic Four movies at the same time.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, so tell them about the tiny door.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I do know there's a tiny door you go into his head, and you become John Malkovich or something.
well, basically, like at first, it basically is like you're only able to see what John Malkovich is seeing for a certain period of time. But there's like one of the people who goes into the door is a puppeteer, and so he goes in there and he continues to go in there time and time and time again, and the more often that he's in there, the more he's able to control John Malkovich and for longer periods of time.
Okay.
But eventually it turns out that there's like a bunch of these doors in different parts of the world that fucking connect to completely different people. And eventually, like, there's this group of people who know about these doors. And so, like, they have this party like every 50 years or something like that. Every 50 years or so, like they have this party where they all get together, and and so like apparently like people have been using these doors for fucking ever, because it turns out like there's a certain time frame in which if you go into one of those doors, you become that person permanently.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So you've got like 100 people at this party, and they're basically explaining in the movie that what they decided to do was they were going to put all of themselves in the same door, which ends up being John Malkovich.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Why, I don't know, but whatever.
Because of reasons.
Right, yeah, because to further the plot, that's why. But like what's really fucked up is when John Malkovich himself ends up getting fucking introduced to the door, and so he goes in the door, and I guess what it does is it puts him in a fucking hypothetical situation, but everybody he sees is himself. And the only thing that everybody says in like, no matter what the situation is, all they say is his last name, Malkovich. That's all they fucking say. It's creepy as fuck.
Oh, I bet it is.
Like literally everybody in that scene for a short period of time is John Malkovich. And then when you get kicked out, you get like thrown out into a fucking random alleyway.
Yeah, that'd be really freaky.
Yeah. I've been meaning to fucking actually watch that movie all the way through because I've never really watched it all the way through.
Yeah, I've been watching a series called Poker Face on Peacock.
Purple Face?
Poker Face.
Uh,
Poker.
oh, Poker Face.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, but I don't know anything about it.
It's about this woman who she's pretty much like a human lie detective. She pretty much knows when they're like bullshitting. She ends up being on the one from this it's like big shot in Vegas after his son dies, and she's on a run for a whole year. It's a pretty good series. I'm just about to start the second season.
I haven't really been watching a whole lot of television. Like most of the time, I usually just stick to watching a lot of the Marvel movies and wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, especially now though, because of the way that things have been in the WWE.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like it's fucking nuts.
Oh, I know.
Like, did you watch? Like, I'll sometimes I'll be on TikTok and I'll see fucking clips of certain things that I've missed and shit. Because for the most part, like, I'm a mark for fucking CM Punk, so
Oh yeah.
I fucking follow what's going on with him, and I seen that shit with them recreating the pipe bomb.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Dude, that was nuts. But I thought it was hilarious as hell. Because like John Cena ends up having that fucking line in his in his promo where he's just like, "Remember who gave you the platform to do the pipe bomb, pal?" And I'm thinking to myself, remember who had original material to do the pipe bomb, pal? Because all you're doing is you're like recreating the pipe bomb and twisting it to your narrative.
Yeah.
Like almost beat by beat.
Pretty much, yeah. And he can't. Cena came back and said, like happy like anniversary on his Punk's pipe bomb.
Yeah, like that was perfect timing to do all of that shit too.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm not gonna hate on it because I'm like, yeah, I'd say with the way that Punk is, it only makes sense to basically fucking do that kind of shit. Especially since, CM Punk pointed out the fact that like their roles have kind of reversed now.
Pretty much. Yeah, so I mean, well, people say Cena ruined wrestling. Well, people thought he did that in 2008.
I don't think it was John Cena that ruined wrestling. I think it was the same man that fucking brought it, brought it up and rose it to prominence. Is the same person who fucking killed it.
Uh, that yeah, that's a case for. I think it's a case for Vince. Well, because Vince said could have killed it, but it's also a case where he saved it too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It-
he saved it, but then he got comfortable
yeah,
until, like, until it was that time to fucking be uncomfortable, and then he kind of would just fucking panic.
yeah. Well, Vince fell in a trap. Well, it was, he didn't know when to step aside.
Pretty
And let the
much.
next generation take us. But like that, like the Iron Sheik, no, original Sheik, or like Gagne, or them like that, to step aside and like Hunnell like that take over. But no,
Like, I personally feel like the biggest issue was that McMahon, McMahon ruined, like, basically he fucking brought it up to, like, with the help obviously of Eric Bischoff, with the Monday Night War,
yeah,
they were just trying to survive
yeah,
and not get beat out by, um, they were just trying not to get beat out.
yeah,
And so, but they ended up winning the Monday Night War.
yeah. Yeah, after he won the war and became like a billionaire, he thought he was pretty well untouchable.
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking. But
Yeah,
like,
and
it was just like everything I touch turns to gold, kind of kind of mindset or
yeah,
attitude. And so,
and
like,
plus he was a damn control freak.
that's definitely a fucking issue. But like,
But
what I was gonna say though was like, he just like you said, he starts to feel like he's untouchable, and so he fucking ends up just anything that I touch turns to gold kind of attitude. And so, like, he just didn't care, kind of became complacent.
yeah, and Vince retiring was the worst thing that could have happened to AEW.
Oh yeah, because like, see, like the thing was is like I think a lot of fans knew that once Triple H was, because eventually we all knew that Triple H was eventually going to be put in charge. And
Yeah,
I think that was the one thing that we were all waiting on, was for
yeah.
either Vince to step down or for him to die. So
Well,
either way, Trips would end up becoming the guy.
yeah, because I always thought, and I told my friend Mac this, I always thought that Vince would die in the gorilla position.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people say that. Like, they expected Vince to one day just fucking die in Gorilla,
Yeah,
which wouldn't surprise a lot of us, I think. I think
uh,
there's a lot of us that kind of thought the same shit. It was like, yeah, he's never gonna fucking quit. He's just gonna, like, he'll die in the middle of a fucking show in
yeah,
Gorilla, and all Triple H will do is just push his dead body off the chair and sit in Gorilla and finish the show.
yeah. But
Because, you know, if there's anything that we learn from Over the Edge, is that Vince would want the show to go on no matter
yeah,
what happens. Doesn't
yeah,
matter if
but
somebody dies. I don't care
yeah,
if it's me, Vince McMahon, damn it.
yeah, but what hell? Once Vince left, eh, WWE was no longer the evil empire.
Yeah. But, like, but Vince fucking stepping down, honestly, from what I'm to understand, like, I don't think he had a choice.
Oh
Because
no,
he sold the fucking rights to the WWE to TKO, and now TKO's got the major control, and the only other. Do you see these fucking? I swear to God, it's like somebody ended up fucking having like a full blown Onion-esque kayfabe website, like news site. It literally, like, these articles or these headlines look like they're written by Vince Russo, where like somebody is trying to claim that Triple H is on his way out because
uh,
the people at fucking TKO want him to do things a specific way, and he's refusing to do it because the way that he's doing it is a draw. And then people in the fucking comment sections are saying something about how Triple H refuses to work underneath The Rock the way that The Rock wants Triple H to work the WWE.
um, I I my thing is Rock probably wants it one thing, and Triple H wanted one thing. It's my guess.
Like, The Rock would probably want something, and Triple H could be like, okay, we could do it like this, but let me tell you what would happen after the fact.
Mm,
Like, let me tell you exactly why your idea is shit and why it won't fucking go over.
yeah,
And then The Rock is like, but you don't understand. See, I'm The Rock.
yeah,
And it, like, if there was any other time in the world where The Rock could literally say, it doesn't matter what you want,
yeah,
this is the time and
yeah,
the fucking set of circumstances needed for him to be able to say something like that.
yeah,
You're like, but you don't understand. It doesn't matter what you want. This is not the Rock show. It always
yeah.
has been actually, it's always been the Rock show. It will always be the Rock show.
Yeah, the way I think is Rock's Rumble run to the Hall of Fame because of Rock's in management position.
Yeah.
Well, not saying she doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but I can think of two other female promoters that so deserve to go in before her. Christine Jewett and Gunkel.
Oh, fuck.
So, but since Rock's in manager position, so if Vince was gone, I would think CM Punk would have came back.
Damn, wow, this is fucked up.
What is?
So I decided to take a look at Phase 6. There's only 4 movies that they have so far set up for Phase 6. But I'm sure that this could change at any time.
Yeah.
So the only 4 movies that they have set up for Phase 6 are the Fantastic Four First Steps,
Yeah.
which is coming out in July next month.
Yeah.
Then Spider-Man Brand New Day is officially going to be released next year, July 31st, 2026. And then you got Avengers Doomsday that's coming out on the 18th of December, 2026. And then Secret Wars exactly 1 year later.
Huh.
Those are the only 4 movies that they have ready to go.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll add some stuff.
Oh, according to this, it says that they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 fucking television series that are going to be coming out. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all going to be released on Disney Plus. Season 1 of Eyes of Wakanda, which is an animated series. Marvel Zombies, another animated series. Wonder Man. Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Then they're going to have Vision Quest. And season 2 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And then they have a untitled Punisher special coming out in 2026.
Hmm.
But like nothing else outside of that. And it's kind of fucked up too.
I think the Wakanda's Black Panther stuff sort of got its real kick out of it once Chadwick died.
When who died?
Chadwick. I think that last team basically got triggered out once he died. So
I just think that it's kind of I just think it's kind of fucking lame. But it does also say on here that there is a Disney has scheduled an additional release date for an unannounced Marvel Studios film on July 23rd, 2027. So there's something else that they'll be adding. I just find this kind of annoying that it's like, dude, fucking it was funny because like I had seen a video, and I think I might have talked about this on my show, where they basically brought up the fact that they realized that they fucked up in the sense that they put too much television out there, and then because like the first saga, the Infinity Saga, is fantastic. But then when they started doing the stuff with the Multiverse Saga, where they started adding stuff to Disney Plus, on paper it sounded like a good idea, but they started incorporating stuff that was going on the fucking television shows into the movies, and then some of the stuff that was happening in the movies obviously can be made mention in the shows.
Yeah.
But if you have to watch a show in order to understand the concept of a fucking movie, you're only fucking hurting yourself when you're trying to expect your audience, your entire core audience, to fucking do homework before they go in and watch a movie.
Yeah, I want to see Daredevil on the big screen more than a brief cameo in a Spider-Man movie.
Like, they had him in No Way Home as a cameo appearance, but I don't think that very many people really were expecting anything more out of that. And then, but people were just like, oh my God, that did actually say, oh my God, does that mean Daredevil's coming back? Which, yes, that's exactly what it meant. But like, in order to understand what's going on in the Marvels, you have to watch Miss Marvel. You had to have watched Captain Marvel, and you also had to watch WandaVision to understand what the fuck was going on. Like, the only time that this was worth fucking doing, honestly, I feel, was with Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
That to me was like the only time that doing homework was actually fucking worth its time.
Yeah.
Because when they had when they had fucking Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was like, okay, we're doing the multiverse series, so now we're gonna have a Walt Disney version of the fucking Spider-Verse in a way.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we got, because we ended up getting all the villains from the other two Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, there's also interest in the possibility of continuing the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, and Tom Holland is coming back as Peter Parker.
Nice. I've been going about 2 hours. So I was thinking about anything till I got a few things to do around the house. So,
All right.
well, peace out, everybody.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.